Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. And also to this very rainy day in Dallas. So we're actually gonna go put the car on E30. I was gonna do this tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a much nicer day, and then we can actually kind of test out the E30 tune on the new tires, but I really need gas. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna film this part of the video today, and then we'll just go run it tomorrow and see how the car does with the new tires on its E30 kill tune. So that's what we're heading to right now. We're gonna get to the gas station, we're gonna upload the new tune, and then fill it with a blend of E85 and 93 and drive it back, and then we'll be good from there. At least to run the car a little bit tomorrow and do some pulls and see how she does. But I had an idea for YouTube, okay? Well, first of all, what I should say is you guys may have not watched my last video, but I am moving to Tampa. So I'm in Dallas right now. I'm moving to Tampa, Florida, May 31st. I'll get there June 1st, but May 31st I'm actually doing the drive. But when I get to Tampa, I kind of want to start a new video series. Now, this is not like my original idea, okay? I've seen like a bunch of videos, I've been watching a bunch of series of people flipping cars until they can obtain like an affordable dream car, so like something in the 20, 30, maybe $40,000 range. I kind of want to do that. I feel like that'd be really fun, and I feel like I'd probably fail miserably for my first attempt, where I don't make any money, I just come up even, or I come up negative. But I feel like this would still be a super fun thing to attempt, and also just like maybe try to get some more channel engagement for people who are not like super specific to Mustangs, because it wouldn't be Mustang specific in terms of the cars I'm buying and flipping. But that sounds like so much fun, and I really want to do that. I feel like filming that series would be so cool. Now again, I'm not like the original idea creator of this. Like obviously this is kind of all over YouTube right now. But it looks so much fun. Now I know there's like crazy series out there where people are like, yeah, I took a penny and I flipped it to, you know, get like a $6 million supercar within like 10 days. And like, I don't believe that. That's not feasible. Like, there's no way I'm buying that one. But I don't know, maybe like a $30,000 or $40,000 Mustang, whatever that is, maybe another Gen 3 Coyote, because I do kind of want another Gen 3, just because I think that's the best of the best when it comes to Mustangs. In terms of like everything you get for a Gen 3 Coyote. Unfortunately, they still have the MT82s, but I don't know, I feel like that'd be like a good goal, right? Flipping cars to get into another, you know, Gen 3 premium GT MT82 car. But anyways, I'm gonna meet you guys at the gas station here, and then we'll upload the tune. I'll show you guys that real quick, and then we'll throw some E30, and then we'll pick it up tomorrow, where we actually run the car a little bit on some dry streets, dry highways, and see how well she hooks up on E30 with the new Firehawk Indy 500s. Ooh, it's cold outside. Okay, let's get this E30 tune uploaded. So, RTD device, connect that to the OBD2 port, TDN network. Oh, let me log in. This is going to take a while since the device has to update. And I've learned you cannot exit the app, otherwise the update will stop. So yeah, it's going to take like 5 minutes of just sitting here. Alright, well, we will let that update and then come back to this. Okay, we're updated. Let's finish. We're gonna flash E30. Alright guys, I got the tune uploaded. I had to update my app on my phone and then also the software on the RTD device. So we should be good now. But okay. Now we just gotta figure out percentage of current fuel. I think think if we go to drag mode, it tells you. There you go, 4%. Yes, I know, fuel level's low. So here I just use the Race Tools app. So pump gas ethanol content is 10, E85, we're gonna assume it's E85. Gas tank size is 15.5. Target ethanol mix is E30. Current fuel level is 4%, and then current ethanol level is 10%. So we're gonna calculate that. And now we're gonna get 10.75 gallons of 93 and then 4.13 gallons of E85. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill the tank up with those two marks for 93 and E85, and then I'm gonna catch you guys tomorrow and we'll actually take the car out and give it a run and see how it does. Okay, what's up guys? We're back, it's Sunday. It's pretty warm out. It's definitely drier out than yesterday. So let's run these tires a little bit and see how they do with grip. I was actually driving this car last night when it was pretty dry, kind of cold, but pretty dry. And I wasn't like super impressed with them, but let's give them a try. So here's a little third gear. It's okay. Little slip, but definitely better. Definitely better. God. Oh, and we're also on E30 too, because we swapped that tune. I was like having so much difficulty getting the E30 tune uploaded yesterday, and then I just realized the RTD device needed well, maybe not that actually needed a firmware update, but the software that was running needed a firmware update, and then I also need to update the firmware on my phone app. But once we did that, got the E30 tune uploaded, so we're solid there. You guys, I'm so excited for Florida. We are, by the time you guys see this video, we're probably going to be much closer to like a month away, but right now we're like a month and 3 weeks from moving. Oh, there's still so much stuff I have to do. Third gear does pretty well. I can tell it like slips a little bit, but then it catches traction really well. And then just to remind you guys, these are Firestone Firehawk Indy 500s. So they're going to be releasing a Indy 500 V2 relatively soon. I think also another big upgrade. I think my tire size, my tire width is just too small for the power that I'm making. Like past me, I don't even feel like I'm driving that slow. I'm going 80 miles an hour, but anyways, I don't know. I feel like I'm probably gonna have to go spend like $3,000 after taxes on some really cool LMR wheels, because then I get 315s. Just throw the new wheels on. Those are gonna come with the Firehawk Indy 500s, which just seem to be the best tire that everybody says. That's just really cost effective. I know the Michelin Pilot Sport 4s are, you know, probably the most superior tire for my kind of driving, but the big complaints is just one, they're really expensive, and two, they don't have an incredible long tread life. And I know I'm going to sacrifice some tread life for performance, but I feel like on the PS4s, especially for the price of the tire itself, it just isn't quite worth it. But maybe we'll give them a run, give them a try. But I think I really just need, I mean, either a drag back in the rear, or just a wider tire, upgrade from 275s to 315s. Definitely seem to do better, and it's still like kind of chilly out today, so I feel like in 100-degree heat tires just do so good. They just launch so hard. these tires, I think I could safely say have fixed the third gear traction problem about 98%. So they're pretty good. So I would imagine 315 should do so much better in second. TLX on jack stands. I want to do some second gear pulls here, so I feel let's flip a Yui and then whip a bitch and then do some second gears. Maybe I do want to do the Foster's wine mod. I want supercharger noise. Something extra. Just like add a little spice to it, because you besides the speed, you just like get no realization that there's a supercharger attached to this engine. Okay, Beltline Road. That's the one we'll do. Do a quick little second gear here. Slip, but at least it's like more, it's certainly like a lot more usable. So there is some traction control that's interrupting the interrupting the fuel supply to the engine, where it cuts out a little bit, but it seems to recover really quick, and then you're kind of back into it. It's a little annoying because you just want linear perfect traction. But this is definitely an improvement over the old Pirelli P0s, because in second gear you would hit it and then you would start spinning, traction control is going to cut in extremely hard and be extremely invasive, and then you lose all like momentum, and then you have to rebuild again, and then once you get back into the RPMs you spin, and it's just like a never-ending cycle. This actually like recovers pretty quick and then you're kind of back on it, so definitely an improvement. Now I don't want to be too hard on the tires in terms of critiquing them, because 800 wheel horsepower is a lot of punishment to deliver to 275s, and expecting 275s to hold up to 800 horsepower on a Maxima, you can go, but expecting 800 horsepower to hold perfect traction in second gear on a 275 tire is probably a little unrealistic. So what they're doing right now is pretty good as we drive through water. Oh god, 315 tires are going to be so expensive to replace. But kind of the name of the game here with this. I feel like the E30 upload is a little less backfire-y, which I kind of like. Third gear. God, E30 is so spicy. I love it. There's absolutely a meaningful difference between my 93 tune and my E30 tune. It is absolutely feelable, and I didn't think it was like going to be such a significant difference. Like maybe it's not significant in terms of power difference, but it definitely feels it's very noticeable. Just because you know regular 93 is an ethanol content of 10, where E30 is obviously ethanol content of 30, so between 10 and 30, not that big of a difference, at least not between typical E85, which obviously 10 versus 85 of an ethanol content in your fuel. But E30, it's good stuff. And you can run it on a 3625 pulley with no fueling upgrades, besides the 55-pound injectors that come with the Whipple Stage 2 kit. Okay guys, that was just a quick little test. We're definitely going to do some more of this, but we're on a highway that's close to home and it's not like super ideal for this kind of stuff. But hopefully that kind of gives you a little bit of insight in terms of kind of what the Firestone Firehawk Indy 500 tires will do, specifically in a 275 width. I'm definitely happy with them. They definitely are pretty cost effective. They're around 300 bucks a pop, so not bad at all for a rear tire that is pretty adequate in terms of the grip that it provides for an 800 wheel horsepower car. But overall, pretty good. I think the biggest thing is I just need to get the width, the width larger. So like a 315 or a 325 would just be I think a vast and meaningful upgrade. But anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for tuning in this short little video, or just threw on the E30 tune and then kind of gave these new tires a little bit of testing here on the highway. But I will catch you guys in the next one, so take care.